Anyways, hey, we're live, everybody. It's Monday night. This is the workshop. My name is Keller Reeves. I have some wonderful guests, Katie and Ryan, but we'll get back to them. When that dirty bastard Dan Brennan shows up because he's late. But hey, if you don't know what the workshop is, it's a group of comedians. We get random topics. We work together. We perform about 3 to 5 minutes on those random topics, and then we criticize and give we make fun of each other and have fun with the jokes and try to make them better or whatever it is, right? And that's pretty much the workshop. We have a lot of fun doing it. So, and it seems like few and far between lately. Like the last one up there was my picture I was looking at. We don't have many of these going on right now, so we have to pick it up. Anyways, thank you for watching, 0 spectators.
Woo!
Katie, how's it going?
Good. Very good.
Do you want to introduce yourself to the people? Say about yourself?
Hey, KD from Niagara Falls. Started here in the workshop and out there in Niagara Falls and Hamilton and anywhere else in Ontario if you're Ontario-ish.
Oh, nice. Cool. And Ryan, how's it going?
Hi, I'm Ryan.
Yeah. He's Ryan, everybody.
I eat a lot of stuff on the internet.
Yeah, he does a lot. He does a video for you guys that don't know. You probably do know because you're probably the same people that watch all the time, and we appreciate you. So, but chowing down, it's pretty funny. So I enjoy it.
Chowing down.
Yeah, I haven't been TikToking lately or getting online at all, so I haven't watched the last 14. But I know you've been doing well.
I'm at episode 61 tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Ryan, do you want a high five right now? Look. You have to. It takes a lot of brain power.
Just see her hand.
Yeah. It's backwards. It's the other hand. It's the other hand. Yeah, almost so close, so close. I can't hold it anymore.
Yeah, there it is. High five. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. That drew one person away. Anyways, what I do have to say is that this is a comedy safe space. What that means, it's safe for us, the comedians, and not for you, the audience. We appreciate being here, but we're just trying to make people laugh. So don't cancel Ryan later. So I know I won't be canceled. I'm a perfect angel. I never say anything bad. Anyways, I think we'll go in order, guys. I know Dan's late. Do you guys want to keep going right away? Do you want to bullshit first? I think we should get right into it. What do you think, Ryan?
Let's just get right into it.
Okay.
You go.
Okay, let's. Okay, sorry, I have to give intros. I have to give big intros. Okay, this next comedian is probably the greatest comedian I've ever met. He's the funniest guy this side of Ottawa. So please put your hands together for the great and talented Keller Reeves, everybody. Yeah, I was talking about myself. Oh, yeah,
Can't even believe I'm here. Can't even believe I'm here tonight.
It's amazing already. So hey,
right?
I don't like my topic, but I'm going to do it anyways, okay? It's surfing, okay? And I had a real hard time making things silly about this. I've been trying to do silly. So, okay, but I did try to look up surfing. Like my first thought was okay, surfing, okay, who called surfing, like the sport of surfing, like who was the person that called that? And I couldn't find any information on it, like nothing. So it's here. So I just made up a story. Here's how I think it happened, okay? I feel like it was Captain Cook returning to England and explained to the Queen pretty much, that he found some large Polynesian men floating down on waves on flat boards, and he was trying to explain this to the Queen because how do you explain that, right? So it was pretty much goes like this. It's it was a glorious sight, Your Majesty. You wouldn't have believed it. Yes, on waves. Yes. Then he rode up beside me and goes, "Aloha, brah," and that was, pretty much his explanation. So. Okay, surfing. I did look it up though, and the definition of surfing is the act of riding a wave, no matter the stance. And I just instantly thought, okay, then, well, vote NDP, ride that orange wave, everybody. Thank you. Just couldn't help but throw it in for my own sake. It was a dumb joke. 3. Surfers, I think, walk around before their morning coffees talking like Smurfs, pretty much. Like it's like those surfing waves out there surfing. You know, they're not going to surf themselves. You're right, Papa Surf. Like there's someone named Papa Surf guaranteed at a beach somewhere. Walk around Papa Surf, and I just think they have to talk like that, pretty much like surfs. Anyways, I try to get an idea on surfing the wild web, as the thing says, and who's surfing cares, right? The surfing channels and everything. I used to be a pro when you could before you had digital boxes, we can just flip channels like quickly. I used to be a pro at that. Like who could find the best show fastest, right? That was me. But again, who surfing cares about that? Surfing channel surfing, right? Yeah. So my next joke is surf and turf. That's what I do when I see seafood. Surf to the turf. Okay, that's a dumb joke too. Because I couldn't think of anything. I was running out of things. That's pretty much my last joke because I didn't have anything else. I'm sorry. That's it for me, everybody. Sad 2 minutes, I think.
Woo!
Yeah. Round of applause for goofiness. What did you think, Katie?
I liked it. The Aloha bruh. Do you think like way back in the day they were using bruh?
Why, yeah. I don't think they're doing this either, right? Like, you know,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like riding a wave just sounds sexy. So I don't know. Just
Yeah, hair flowing through. I should describe it more. Yeah. That was a 2 o'clock joke.
Yeah. And you see food and you surf to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought about that too, but then I thought it was kind of it was more easy than the joke I used.
All right, maybe it's been done.
Yeah.
No, you know who made that surfing music? You know that surfer music like that. His name is Dick Dale. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched lots
It's
of
pretty
Back
good.
to the Beach in my day.
Yeah, I worked at Sam the Record Man, and one of my buddies who worked there, like we always got to like rotate picking the music, and he would just like put on like the most like annoying things that would just fry your brain. And he would just put on Dick Dale for like an entire hour straight, just like for a fucking hour. I'm like yeah,
That'd be awesome. Actually, I think I'm going to do that on Spotify tomorrow. So
there you go.
For my own sake,
I've inspired you.
I got a lot of driving to do soon. I need.
There you go.
Yeah. Cool.
Good job, Keller.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Katie. Ryan, would you like to give some input?
Can you tell me the surf and turf joke again?
Oh yeah, it was really dumb. I kind of had lived through it, so I don't know. I surf and turf. That's what I do when I see food. Oh, it's surf, and then I turf it, and that was the kind of joke. I think I said something else, but it was dumb.
You could mention that you're so far removed from surfing that you thought surf and turf is when they put a platter on a surfboard.
Yeah, that's funny.
Did you talk about the Queen at all?
Yeah, I did.
What was that about?
Oh yeah. It was where is it? So yeah, I tried to look up the term surfing, and I just thought it was it was a long joke, but it was Captain Cook who first found the Hawaiian Islands, basically. How he'd explain to the Queen, because that's what happened. He returned back to England, and I'm making it longer than I made it the first time. But anyways, yeah. So Captain Cook describing what surfing was to the Queen, basically. That's what it was. Yeah. I figured that's who you'd have to answer to. She's flipping the bill, so.
I was just thinking about what would the Queen be like surfing?
Oh, we have another face here. Jeremy, how are you?
I'm good. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, hi, Dan.
Yeah, I thought Dan was coming. I got mixed up. I didn't add the right person. So I guess Dan asked if he can be on the show, and I said yes. So, oh well. And another person dropped out, so that's good too. It's no big deal.
Hi,
Anyways,
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm sorry I was late.
No worries.
That's okay. It's
I
quite
did an
early.
open mic with 3 people.
Yeah.
And it ran over.
you want me to do that joke again properly, Ryan? Since Jeremy's here? Okay. I tried looking up what my topic surfing, Jeremy. I tried to look at who named surfing, like how the name of the sport surfing get named. Like it's kind of a peculiar name to me, right? So I looked it up and I couldn't find anything, so I just made one up. And I feel like it was like, when Captain Cook returned from the Hawaiian Islands, like him trying to explain like to the Queen about these big giant Polynesian men riding logs on the water towards him, basically. So here it is. It was the most glorious sight to see, Your Majesty. Yes, on the waves. Then they rode up to the boat beside me and went, "Aloha, brah," and that was it. That was the joke. I know. It's at 2:00. I did it before the show. Okay, I wasn't like working on this. I had some big shows this week, and I wasn't focusing on surfing till last minute. Was that satisfactory, Ryan, for you? If you don't know out there, people watching, is that I use this as purely practice to throw jokes in as quick, like last minute as possible, and just have fun with it as much as possible. So you're going to get some stupid jokes out of me. Sometimes I get some gold. But
I was going to say, you're going to be able to work that into something great, for sure.
Maybe. I probably will do it.
The old basketball pants that like you could just tear away and like you'd be ready to jump in the game. Like you're on stage wearing these basketball pants and then you tear them away and you're doing like a whole act out of the Polynesian guy. Like I could see you're wearing like a little skirt and everything. You ain't got no shirt on.
This joke actually, when I thought about it too, is I thought it'd be a good callback to my Spartacus joke when I'm talking how the English language back in the 1600s was like the Boston accent. That joke I have.
Yes.
I'm sure you've heard it before. So I was thinking about using this later on as a shorter version, cutting all the shit out and maybe throwing this in and doing Captain Cook in a Boston accent. It'd be funnier. And then the Queen too. She had to be talking a Boston accent too. So I'll figure it out. But yeah. Anyways. Was that it for you, Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Ryan's input tonight was, what was that joke you said about the Queen again, Kelly? Yeah, no, he gave me one joke too. I wrote it down.
I forgot to mention. I don't know why, but something about surfing Smurfs.
Yeah, surfing Smurfs. I did that. Yeah, I did talk
That's
about
good.
Smurfs. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was funny too. Just walk around surfing, just swearing with the surfing word, just surfing. So yeah.
Well, like when you say surf and Smurf, I'm thinking of going to a restaurant and getting like a crab and then like a little blue Smurf on your plate, and you're like, surf and Smurf.
Yeah. Anyways, everybody, let's give another round of applause to me. I think I did a good job to start things out. I took the bullet.
Well deserved.
Here's Jim. Good set, Keller. Surfing is high whining. Is it whining or winning? What was that? I don't know. Here you go, everybody. It's got a vision of Keller in his Speedo. I look fantastic. I've lost a lot of weight. It's quite miserable. So, anyways, let's move on, everybody. Okay, so our next comedian is fresh on the scene. She's been fighting hard, doing well. I've been watching from afar. Put your hands together for the lovely Katie, everybody.
Thank you. Everyone hear me okay? I have some fresh headphones, and I can hear a little bit of an echo on my end, so should I, if I turn this down, is that?
No, there's no echo.
No?
Especially with Ryan's mouth moving.
I'm straight out of a notebook tonight, so my topic is contrast. So another word for contrast, juxtaposition. Have you heard of that word before? Juxtaposition. It kind of sounds like something out of the Kama Sutra. I don't know. Like I pulled my groin trying like a juxtaposition last night. You know. There's a vast contrast in the sides of my family, for sure. Like half are like super duper religious, and then half are total potheads. So like one side like sees life through rose-colored glasses, and they're like believe in fairy tales, and then the other side just like really likes to smoke weed a lot.
Yeah.
Fuck those Jesus freaks. What? Sorry. Cat person versus dog person. Contrast in cat versus dog person. I looked that up because I have several animals. So I was like, I don't know, am I a cat person or a cat person or a dog person deep down? And dog people are likely to like horror movies and are extroverts, and they like music and to travel. And then cat people are creative and like to read and write. And I was like, I don't know. That seems like who made this fucking stupid blanket statement, right? Like anyone can see themselves like in any of this. It's like, I listen to music. I must be dog person, right? Like, I can read. I must be cat person. I was like, I've eaten food. I like birds, right? What? I don't know. I thought that was kind of a stupid thing that I looked up. So, another contrast is I used to have a type when I was like back in like high school and stuff. I had a type that had to be like the tall, dark, and handsome. Stupid me, right? I always was into the tall, dark, and handsome. So my ex was that, and then that went south. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go complete and utter opposite this time, right? So yeah. My ex was like super serious, and my husband is really funny. And my ex was tall, and my husband's short. My ex was thin. My husband's fun at parties. No, he's not really though. He's fat. But they say opposites attract, though, right? Like you're always looking for something that like you're not, mostly because you don't want to change, right? So you're just looking for someone to like fill in the missing pieces, like the cracks of your failures. But we always end up wanting what we can't have, right? Until we don't want it anymore. And then suddenly it becomes available, right? Come on, it's happened. It's happened to all of you. Is that a juxtaposition?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, right? I'm into astrology. So I looked up the best matches for zodiac signs, right? I'm an Aries myself. I don't know what you guys are. What are you guys?
Cancer.
Cancer?
I'm a Cancer.
Gemini.
You could tell
Gemini?
that without diagnosis, Skeller.
Jeremy, what are you?
Pisces.
Pisces. Okay. Oh, my ex-husband was a Pisces. Yeah. So I looked up the zodiac signs. They had top 7 perfect matches, right? All the different signs. Aries didn't have a single fucking match. Not a single match. Out of 14 like options, Aries didn't have a single one. I wasn't in the top 7 matches at all. Taurus had 3. Taurus had fucking 3. So, well, none of us are a Taurus, so I don't know what they're doing, like, that we aren't fucking doing, but anyway.
They're out
So,
fucking.
right? Like loners for life or something, right? So, I guess I'll just get, like, 9 more cats and, like, change my name to, like, fucking Anita Dick or something. I don't know. Like, fuck. But, do I something? I think I have one more thing here. Maybe. Am I way over? I don't know what time I have.
Oh,
Am I good?
I don't time anybody anymore. You're
Who
good.
cares,
You got one
right?
more.
Who fucking cares? Okay. Oh, maybe I don't want to say that. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, when I was 18, I started to see a big contrast between men and women. Okay, so mostly women were like pretty, and they smelled good, right? And I'm not going to say the last part that I have written down there, but this one I identified as bi anyway. So since then, there's been like, so many new designations on the rainbow. And so now I'm kind of feeling like I designate more as pan. But, I feel like I've just like went from the most like hated designation on the rainbow to like a kitchen utensil. Like, I don't know if that's like an upgrade, but yeah. Like if I'm going to be pan, like, can I at least be like a cast iron pan? Like you can get me all like hot and oily and like treat me a little bit rough, but like I also need to be treated with respect too, though, right? Like, give me like a nice like warm bubbly bath after and like rub me down with some salt. So anyway, that's it.
Yeah. Everybody.
Leave me in the bathtub to marinate overnight. Like,
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get all raisiny, Jeremy.
That's the first thing I was thinking because your last joke was the cast iron. You say when you're going through all that stuff and you can't use soap on me. I can't use soaps. You just keep going through things like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's start with Ryan tonight, though. Ryan.
You were saying opposites attract, and you want what you aren't. So maybe you could put out a dating thing saying that you're looking for someone employed, vaccinated, and who doesn't have a DUI.
just all the
Hey, don't act like you know me.
looking for an open-minded non-criminal. We're supposed to treat you like a good pan. I guess you just like to be smacked with wooden spoons only. I just, Yeah.
Again, Ryan, stop acting like you know me.
lube me up with butter.
And someone mentioned that I think Jeremy said that I have a chance because you're looking for short hobbit-like men. So hello.
Who said that?
I had wrote. You said something about short, fat, and the last one should be chowing down with Ryan.
Yeah, that would be a good finish. Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't get to introduce you, Jeremy. I forgot to. I forgot to tell everybody who you were. So if you guys don't know Jeremy, he's from Texas, but he lives in Vietnam now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
He's on lockdown, not because of the COVID, because he got thrown in jail, and
I can't go near children in this country either. So
yeah. How's it going?
it's good.
Cool. Would you like to give some input for KD by chance?
Something about like you were saying God, like what was it? God people and weed smoking people.
Right, yeah. Half my family is religious and half them are potheads, so half them see through rose-colored glasses and believe in fairy tales. The other half just like to smoke weed.
And I think that like that would be an easy flip, like if you're a weed smoker and you're at the Thanksgiving with your cousin who's a Christian and doesn't smoke, it should be very easy to convert him. So then every year at Christmas time, your cousin is bringing weed for you to smoke instead of you having to bring your own weed because he's godly and God put that weed for us.
Well, that's what I keep trying to tell them, but
And then I like the cat and the dog thing. That was pretty funny because I was like, well, I am all of those things. So I'm a dog person. The filling in the cracks, like, or filling in your problem areas of your life with someone else. And there's like some Japanese gold plate thing where they fill in the cracks of these old plates and the plates become more valuable with cracks because they show, a life story type of thing. But I just researched this. Taurus is number 8 of 12 on the list of serial killers. Aries Aries have killed 42 people. They're at number 4. And the number 1 is Capricorn with 55 people.
When I look up, actually, I was looking up the serial killers and the whole zodiac signs and stuff, and I did write a joke on that. It's right here. It's like right beside the other one, but that was like a couple weeks ago. But
it's right
on
here,
a
and
list
they got like
right, my list of people that I want to kill are right here. But no, there was a list of 30 serial killers, and none of them were Aries. And I thought because we're fucking procrastinators, so we're just like do all the planning, and then we're just like, oh, fuck, it's too much work to fucking kill someone now. You know what I mean? Or we just like start to stab them, and be like, aren't you fucking dead yet? Jesus, I'll finish this later. So that's a joke I'm working on too about serial killers and Aries being fucking lazy and shit.
I looked that up because I thought it was Taurus that had the most kills, but I don't. But that was something else, I guess. But like, so yeah, of course, Tauruses have to be nice because they're trying to lure you into the woods and kill you.
Right.
Cool.
That's it.
Okay, well, we got here Jim saying good set, Katie. That's what he said. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
He liked the joke. I was going to bring this up too, the fun at parties joke. I really liked it because it made me laugh. I started thinking then too, maybe that's something that's commonly said or something like that regarding a fat person. But I liked it. It was funny. So the whole
thank you. It's one I use out a lot. It's one of my old jokes. I threw it in there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fair enough. That's no problem. I did write a new joke for you though, if you want to use, if you're trying to use the stuff again. But
lay it on me.
Yeah, dog person, cat person. I'm not even a person.
Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I didn't have much. You did pretty good. It was a good roll. So way to go. I think we should give another round of applause for KD. Everybody, make her feel good because I like applauding people. Awesome. So, okay. This next comedian looks wonderful in a red shirt, actually. It's very distracting. But, the background, the white background is quite mesmerizing with that thing. So please put your hands together for the wonderful, the talented Ryan Sims, everybody.
Oh, that's me. My topic was getting older. Who said that? I don't think I'm getting older, but I'm looking at myself right now, and I look like Bob Dylan ate Jonah Hill. The other day I had to breathe out to tie my shoes, and then when I was down there, I just sort of hung out for a bit. So I think there are signs that I'm aging. For example, I think a wild Friday night is if I stay awake for 2 Netflix movies. I don't know if anyone. I also notice I'm in my late 30s, and I notice my sex drive is getting shorter because I bought a car because the bus was killing me. But seriously, the other day I was so tired, I had to tell my hand I had a headache. I'm not. I always hear though people talk negatively about getting older. But I look at my parents, they're old, and they get to stay home all day, get drunk, and piss on the lawn. It's like my 20s all over again. It's fucking awesome. And I know they say age is just a number, and it doesn't matter unless you guess my mother's age and you're wrong, then it's a matter of life and death. I noticed, though, that my father never used to like to admit his age until he qualified for the senior discounts. Now he throws his driver's license down when he orders chicken tenders like it's a police badge. It's like Special Agent 0065, And when he gets drunk, he gets all shaky. He's got a license to spill, extra shaken, not stirred. I do think, though, that getting older makes our parents especially more emotional. So Jeremy, you're off in Vietnam. You know what I mean? They might miss you. The other week, I was having dinner with my dad, and I brought my toddler. And when the bills came and it was the end of the meal, he started crying. And I was like, Dad, don't cry. We can do this again. And he just goes, no, I'm just so happy I got 20% off my tenders. 65, bitch. When I was younger, though, I used to say stuff like, when I'm older, I want to live in a big house, stay up all night, watch TV. And now I'm just like, so what, did I want to be a security guard? Like, what was I doing? But most of us, I don't think, are living the lives we imagined when we were younger. We used to say stupid stuff like, I want to be a fireman, an astronaut, the president. I don't remember one kid saying, when I'm 37, I hope I can sleep in past 7 a.m. because my stupid kid isn't home, or when I'm older, I want to have a 5-year fixed mortgage. Like, no one says that, I remember our one friend, Charlie, he said, he goes, I want to be rich enough that I never have to pay taxes again. And God bless his soul, he figured it out. Because in 2015, he died in a skydiving accident. So he hasn't paid a bill since. I swear to God. I think a lot of us here are probably millennials in our 30s. And I wrote a short list of signs you might be getting old as a millennial. Number one is your favorite new rock band is from the 90s. Your friends and your wife know if you're getting up or sitting down based on your grunt. You think Thanksgiving is the perfect time to talk about politics, race, and religion. It's just your kids make fun of you for admitting the fact that you had dial-up internet when you grew up, and you don't even want to tell them how long it took you to download porn. Beers with friends used to mean late nights till 2 a.m. at the pub, and now they mean a sample flight at a craft brewery at 2 p.m. on a Sunday with your kids. I think some of the worst things, though, millennials getting old is when people start talking about things, especially as Canadian. I catch myself saying, I remember when Nickelback was good, And just the other day, I looked at my Limp Bizkit collection and realized it's over 20 years old. Okay? We're old. Okay. Throw your hands up. Yeah. I'm done.
Yay! Ryan Sims,
So
everybody. Have a round of applause.
Have you seen Fred Durst? He looks like a dad.
Fred Durst broke his hip. What?
You should see him. Google Fred Durst 2021.
Yeah, you should. If you haven't seen Fred Durst yet, we'll give you a second to go. And the people out there.
No, I seen the picture. Yeah, he looks horrible.
Yeah, he looks like he debates things over loafers. Just everything's always loafers. That guy. But
well, did he do that reunion tour just to make some money for his hospital bills? I think.
Jeremy, how about you start with Ryan?
I didn't really have much. I liked the security guard joke, the skydiving joke. That was good. And then I just remember when we were watching Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and I was talking with this 9-year-old, and I'm like, yeah, dude, that's how we used to have to make phone calls. And he was like, nah. He didn't even believe that, let alone, dial up internet or anything like that. So I was like, this is cool playing Minecraft because I think they kind of took the idea from Super Mario Brothers, basically, That's what I told him. And I was like, Super Mario Brothers was the first game I had when I was a kid. And he's like, no, Minecraft is totally new and you're just a noob. And I was like, what's a noob? And he's like, it just means that you don't know how to play Minecraft. So I'm like, is it newbie? He's like, no, it's just you don't know how to play. Okay, noob. N-O-O-B, a noob.
Do you guys remember Back to the Future Part 2?
Yeah.
When he plugs in Frogger and the kid's like, you gotta use your hands? We're not that far from that.
No, we're not, actually. Yeah, I try to teach my kids how to use a dial-up. I have a dial-up phone at home still, just to confuse them. Just when their friends come over and they ask to use the phone. At least they did. They're all older now, but they're like, Katie's phone, like, yeah, just go to the dial-up right there, and they're just like staring at it, like they have no idea. It's pretty funny. You guys know what dial-up is, right? Maybe I'm too old for you guys too. It's when you go.
No, that's
I had that as a tag I didn't put in, and goes, if they think dial-up internet's bad, you're not going to want to admit you also had a rotary phone in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I actually tried to write some jokes for you, some tags, but they didn't turn out very well. But you said that you're so old you stay up for 2 Netflix movies, and I'd say that's because you wanted a second bowl of soup, basically. That's what I was thinking. But we lost Katie. She'll be back. I also tried to write down when you said you look like Bob Dylan and all that stuff. I spent way too much thought pattern on trying to write a good joke for that, and it just didn't work out. All I got was Ryan looks like someone who was very normal. That's what I couldn't think of anything. I was just like
someone who has a kid and has a job.
Yeah. But I agree with those other jokes. You had some great jokes in there. Like the security guard joke was really, really funny. I didn't see that coming. I was like, wow, that was good. Let's bring Katie back in here. There we go.
Sorry. Thundering like a bugger over here.
Yeah. You had some good zingers. I hope you get to use some of those later. So, Ryan. Hey, Katie, would you like to give some input to Ryan?
Yeah. When you're saying about your family giving the religious and political or whatever at Thanksgiving, it's like it's not Thanksgiving, it's all the time. Right? It's like it's not just for Thanksgiving anymore. It's all the damn time.
It started at Thanksgiving, but now that I'm older, it's just every day.
That's it. Like honestly, I'll like call my parents' house and I'll just be like, please be mom, please be mom, please be mom. Like, I'm sorry, Dad. But honestly, like I'll be on the phone for 45 goddamn minutes. And my father never wanted to talk on the phone for more than like 3 minutes, you know what I mean? And the flights at like 2 p.m. with your kids, like, and those fucking flights. Okay, I have friends. I've never been a server, but I have friends who are servers, and the flights are the goddamn worst. So if any of you like order flights, you're dicks. It's like I have it hard. I'm here like drinking in the afternoon with my kids, so you're gonna feel my fucking pain, and you're gonna like pour 60 tiny fucking beers, and you're gonna like it. And I'm not gonna tip you more than 14%. So yes, but good set, Ryan. Good set.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I think we should give another round of applause for you, Ryan. I think that's good. We got one thing from Jim here. He's age is more than a number to a pedophile. I mean, that's pretty out there, but you know, we all can have zingers every single time. Yeah, it's funny. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so this next everybody.
What's the number for a pedophile? 25 to life?
Yeah. Exactly. The number, I'd say more like a tally number of how many. But that'd be me. I don't know if I had to think about it. But anyways, let's move on.
Notches on your bed, your headboard, or notches on your belt loop or something.
Yeah. Yeah. How about we move on?
Oh, sorry. I forgot one joke.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Getting older, you have pain du jour. Pain of the day. It's like soup of the day, but it's like neck pain on Monday and knee pain on Tuesday instead of turkey noodle. KD wrote that for me.
I forgot to tell Ryan's joke too. Okay, so I'll tell Ryan's joke. Okay? So this is Ryan's joke on contrast. I haven't thought about contrast this much since I took a photography class in high school. We're having a contest. Whose joke's better? It both got equal laughs, I think. They both got equal laughs.
Yeah.
That's a fun
there
game.
We go.
I want to try that next time. I want to do a challenge for somebody that way too. That sounds like fun. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so this next comedian is probably hiding from the law. That's why he's in Vietnam. I'm not sure exactly. So please put your warm and hands together for it. You look like you're hiding from the law with the picture right now. It's like very clean background. But I'm just kidding, of course. Listen,
This is
put your hands
coming
together
from
for this
inside
next
jail,
comedian.
Keller. All right, I got
Jeremy.
busted. I'm actually reporting from inside the jail today. It just that's why you've never seen anything in my apartments, because I don't have anything. So luckily, you guys get to see me. I don't get a lot of sleep here in jail. You can see the eyes bags. My topic was immune. And I also got the topic, like a follow-up topic in my email today, I guess for today's thing that was cruise ship. So they're pretty much spot on. You're going to die. So like when you were a child, or when I was a child, we ate worms, we ate dandelions, we made mud pies. We'd bake those mud pies in the sun to where they were not fully cooked, but crumbling on the corners. The center was still, doughy. And our immune systems became strong from eating this raw cookie dough or raw cake mix. And that's how I got my vagina eating skills, was from licking on the mixers after my mom would make cake. Again, I wrote this yesterday. I'm sorry. In the late 80s, a mixer was usually a guy playing turntables. When I was young, 2 turntables could get you a microphone. Nowadays, with the virus, scientists are asking where it's at. Like, where's the cancer? Because it's all COVID now. And we have weakened ourselves by sanitizing our world. That's where that mud pies nowadays have to be free-range mud, and the dandelions are killed in the front yard because they spread to the neighbor's yard. And worms are no longer organic, so we can't get the same immunities from. Yeah, this is dumb, guys. We sanitize, and we rely on this group to protect us, but we can't really do anything but piss off the other side. I think that was a Republican Democrat thing. This causes an us versus them mentality, and nobody actually sees the virus that's eating away from the inside. We strengthen our immune system. No, so white blood cells are the number one ally of your immune system. It's not all blood cells matter, even though they do, but it's mainly the white ones in the immune system, because they're the ones who launch the attack. And so, like, maybe start a protest or something like that. This is basically like some Captain Planet shit right here, where all the powers combined and like the immune system just comes into action and kicks ass. There's a part of the immune system that's called the complement system. So this kind of, we don't need to, it's just funny to hear that. Like we as millennials need a complement system in our body. We're already douchebags or something. I don't know. No, maybe that's the other ones before us or after us. I don't know where I'd fall on. Like, I thought I was Generation X because that's how I grew up, was listening to all my mom's shit. And then they're like, nope, you're millennial because you were born during this time. And I'm like, yeah, but I always thought those guys were nerds. I don't want to be part of those guys. And then here I am. The spleen is part of the immune system. You guys know what the spleen is?
Yeah.
Neither. Okay, I didn't write anything else. I got a whole list of information about the immune system, but no punchlines. So I can keep fever as part of the immune system. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Round of applause for Jeremy, everybody. Yay, Jeremy. Would you like to go first, Kitty?
Yeah, that was really good. I really like the all blood cells matter. that was really funny. there was a lot of good stuff. It was, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of anything other than that because it was, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, you're in the same boat.
She
'Cause I got
wasn't
booted
there.
off halfway through your thing, so I missed some of your stuff. But yeah, no, it was. I thought you were pretty good. I mean, some things, like you said, you're kind of worked on it for days. Sometimes they just don't work out, and sometimes you kind of got some premises and funny things you had. I do like your white blood cell thing too, and I wrote down which is the name of your jail-themed room. Actually, your white blood cell.
White blood cell.
Sorry, that's all. I wrote down, but
Is it just me or is Keller choppy?
Yeah, he's echoey or choppy. Yeah.
oh, that's too bad. I had a good zinger there. Okay, well, how we? What do you think? What do you
Did he
think of
say I should
Jeremy?
go?
Yes, please.
Okay. What was your topic, bro?
Just the word immune. Like you're immune to. I'm immune to laughter, something like that.
Okay, so
It
I heard a
doesn't
lot about
affect me.
mud pies.
Yeah.
So you're saying
Do you guys not eat
as a-
mud in Canada?
We tend to avoid it.
Oh man. That was all we did when we were kids was make other kids eat mud pies. Like I never ate a mud pie, but I'm sure somebody else made me eat a mud pie.
So I was thinking, so you eat mud pies as a kid, but as an adult, it's just called Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And ironically, you got sicker from the Taco Bell. I'm gonna recommend a small rewrite. I wouldn't say you got your vagina eating skills from my mom. You might want to.
Because she would let me lick the mixer.
Yeah, you might want to get the mixer in there much quicker. And then you talked a lot about eating worms and mud. Like, what's the deal with worms? Back when I was a kid, you could just eat them from the ground, and they were organic. I don't know what you guys didn't eat worms. I ate so many worms as a kid. They called me Fish Boy. Mud and worms was the original organic eating, and then he talked about a compliment system.
Yeah.
I think we have that. I think you've been to them. It's just called a safe space. It's a delicate system, like the immune system, that falls apart at the earliest sign of criticism. So you just, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Because I resetted it. Am I choppy still?
It's a little bit still choppy, but it's okay.
Yeah. It's the way it works sometimes. Let's give another round of applause for Jeremy, everybody. Here we go. Here's Jim.
His clap works so well.
Kelly's like,
Damn it.
Oh,
man.
it was this big. Speaking of Fish Boy,
I'm not sure I'm gonna get my set in if I'm breaking up so much.
is the weather shit out there too?
No. How about this? How about we move to Katie? Can you guys hear me? How about we take Katie first? This is the second portion of the show. Am I coming through clear?
Yep.
Sort of. Ryan's staring at me like I'm on fire. That's okay. I'm going to go and check my stuff. Let's have a warm welcome for the greatest person ever, the greatest woman on this show, KD, everybody. The second half.
Thank you. I'm wildly unprepared for my second set here. I'm just going to throw some stuff out there that I've had for a while that I thought I could tag onto some other jokes that I have. So just stuff about like kids. So I've got some stuff about like how I'm scared to have kids. Okay, well, Jeremy, hey, I don't think you've heard my jokes before. So let me, I'm just going to lay them on you. So I'm childless. Yeah. I mean, physically I'm able to have kids, but just with the amount of weed I smoke, I didn't feel like it was right or like worth it to quit smoking weed. Also, I was all kind of had this fear that if I did have a kid, that I would forget it somewhere. Never really understood where that fear came from until my mom just recently told me that she forgot me at a baseball field when I was a baby. Yeah. I mean, it was a small town. It was the 70s. Like, I was safe-ish. The T-ball coach who found me was like way more into boys anyway, so it was cool. It was cool. But baseball fields actually have a super high kidnapping rate. You know that "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" song, right? Like, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Yeah. Good fucking thing, Billy, because you're in the trunk of this pervert's car and you're never seeing your parents again. So, yeah. But I don't think that I want kids either, because like kids are really shitty to each other, right? Like, I went to this school with this girl named Anita, and she got called Anita Lay so many times that she just became a slut. Right? We were like, Anita, you don't have to do this. And she was like, what other choice do I have? We're like, you know what? You're right. Like, just be safe at least. But I went unnamed for like almost an entire week. And I had like 4 different names before my name was Kelly. And then finally my mom just like put her finger in the middle of the name book and she was like, that's it. It's Kelly. We're done. Like, literally, like K is practically in the middle of the alphabet, right? I was like this close to being a fucking Karen though. Like, this close. Right? Like, 1 page over from being a fucking Karen. But yeah, so, you know, Kelly Parton seemed like a pretty innocent name until you changed that into Smelly Farton. Yeah, probably one of the worst nicknames out there. But, you know, fast forward, you know, another 30 years past me getting teased to death over the Smelly Farton thing. And I do have a touch of IBS. So, you know, maybe my parents had a little bit of forethought, maybe a little bit of sense of humor. Who knows? But I also think of, you know, those names like, you know, Dakota and Brooklyn, you know, Paris, you know, named after places. So I can just like picture those kids like, oh, mom, like, you know, where'd you think of my name? And it's like, well, that's where you were conceived, right? It's like, well, me and dad were on a trip to New York and we were in a back alley, you know, it's like, oh, is that why my twin sister's name is Allie? Right? It's Brooklyn and Allie. Yeah, so next time you hear someone say your name, you just like picture your fucking dad railing your mom, and you're like, you know, have PTSD for the rest of your life. Little side story though. Actually, I was at my my in-laws' house a few years back, and I don't know why we were talking about like names and stuff like that, but then my mother-in-law started talking about like how my husband was conceived. And because she said that she had a lot of trouble like conceiving, and then she said that it wasn't until she learned to do it that way, and she pointed at my dog. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, did you just point at the dog? And she's like, yeah, like him. And I was like, perfect. Yeah, so talk about PTSD. My husband has super PTSD after learning that he got conceived doing it doggy style. And one more. I got one more thing. So yeah, and also the first kid. If you any of you only have one kid and you're thinking about having two kids, I know that you have more than one child, Keller. So maybe you can agree with this. But the first trick is always, or the first kid's always the trick, right? Like sleeps through the night, is super sweet, and you're like, oh, like yeah, let's have another one. Yeah, and then the second one just screams for 2 fucking years straight. Right? Yeah. My brother, even to this day, my brother is almost 50 years old. I'm over 40, and they still call him the angel child. They call me the one who swam around the IUD. Yeah, but I mean, it was the fucking 70s, right? Like, what was the fucking IUD in the 70s? Is they like crumple up a ball of fucking tinsel and just fucking shove it up there, right? Like you got like cats following you around, you know? It's like, but yeah, I've always been really good at mazes though, so makes sense. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, round of applause. I hope my connection is better now. Is that better?
It is.
Awesome.
It sounds better.
Yeah, my son was downloading something, so I had to go, do one of these at him, like, and just make him run away from it.
Somebody's trying to use his phone to make a call.
Yeah. Anyways, I didn't hear your whole set, so I'll let Jeremy go first. How's that?
I didn't know. I didn't write anything down. I was laughing, so I thought they were good. I wrote down IBS because I have that as well, but I like that joke. And then the rest of the time,
IBS night. Ryan has IBS too.
Yeah, I think there was something mentioned before. Yeah, it's bad, but yeah, that was good. I liked it. It had some good stuff. Definitely.
Thank you.
Ryan, what do you think of your joke?
Smelly Fartin was the worst nickname because it was true. I just feel bad for my other sister, Bloody Wet Fartin. And you saw your dad railing your mom and got PTSD, which stands for post-traumatic sex daddy.
Ew.
And, just so you're clear, when you saw him, yes, he made eye contact with you, and no, he didn't look away. It was.
Oh, I did walk in my parents one time. I did. I ran. I didn't come back for like 2 days.
I'm just imagining like your dad's wearing a gimp mask and like he can't say anything because his mouth is zipped shut, but he can make eye contact. He's like,
"Go to bed, Smelly."
Close the door. If you can say "close the door" with your eyes, my dad was saying it that day.
Get out of here, Spartan.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Beat it, yeah. Beat it, kids. Like,
it's the worst thing.
Do you mean like leave or?
Oh,
is this getting like way fucking weirder?
You know what'd be worse is if you walked in on your parents having sex when you shut the door, they say, "God, that was weird."
I have a story. That's why I started laughing actually so hard because as you're talking about it, reminded me. Like I remember my wife and I were intimate one night, and we're like, we're like the yin and yang position, basically. Okay, the yin yang position. And my daughter walked in because she unlocked our door with a put the dime in there and unlocked the door. And comes in and like catches us, runs out, shuts the door, and started crying. So we were like, full on tears. It was like she was like 7. It was like, oh, that's how you want us. Yeah. Anyway, just remind me. I started laughing my guts out there. So, but yeah,
she'll never pick a lock again.
Oh man, she never has.
Yeah, good stuff. Good thing.
Some mistakes are learned once and only once. I would never walk into somebody's room without knocking on the door again. I've already learned that mistake.
Yeah, she's very adamant about that. You can't come in a room without knocking when she says come in. So yeah, I do have some other things for you.
Yes.
smelly farting. I actually would like that to be like if you're like in a crowd of people and like somebody looks at you, did you do like an elevator and like did you do that? I'm like no, smelly farting did that. Like make a whole subsection person. I thought that would be kind of funny. Like, anyways, yeah.
Well, I thought it was kind of funny, like throwing it out there, like out of nowhere, because I go by a pseudonym. You know what I mean? Like I don't go by my name; I go by KD, even on stage. So it's just like if I bust out my name, they're like, "Oh, that's your name." Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier, right? Yeah, I wish I had one. I had to use your real name. You had another joke there. It was swaying around an IUD. You said right? That's swam around an IUD. Then I just thought about you maybe using like coming back to the joke prior to that and using like, well, you should have fucked me in missionary then, shouldn't you? Or whatever it is. Like,
Right, yeah.
You should have fucked my dad in missionary or whatever it is. Whatever the thing is to like, you can tie it in somehow there, right? You can throw it back in their face, I think. And one thing you made me think of, I wrote this down, that not everybody knows why they're conceived, but I do know why I was conceived. Because my mom trapped my dad with me. So there you go. That's legitimately, yeah. Anyways.
Well, there's a reason why me and my brother are 7 years apart.
Yeah.
It's true.
But I think you did a good job. So let's give a round of applause for Katie, everybody.
Thank
good job.
you.
Vampire Ryan. Okay, since we can hear
Ryan.
now, since we can hear myself now, I think I'm going to go ahead myself, okay? Let me do an intro for myself. Okay, this next comedian is walked the fine line of stardom for so long that, there's nothing, he overshadows the world at all times. So please put your hands for the greatest comedian in the world, Keller Reeves, everybody.
Thank
that
you.
was me again. Yeah, I just keep it to myself. I started doing that intro this weekend, and it was actually working pretty good to the actual audience. Am I breaking up again?
No, we just think your topic is arrogance.
Oh. Yeah. I know, I like doing it in the audience. It's funny. It makes me laugh. Okay, so I live in a place called Chilliwack. Have I didn't mention that before? It's quite rural, and Chilliwack's like it's farming village basically outside of Vancouver, and it's a really nice place to live if you like lonely drives home from Vancouver, basically. But yeah, I was gonna do a couple jokes that way, but they're just related. But it gets down to me living in a farm village, and I always drive by farm people, and they're always like mean mugging me all the time. They're always like, I don't know why they get such angry faces, but it's always like they're just staring like, who is that guy driving by? And I just can't help but drive by and just waving at them all the time, like, hey, how's it going? And the thing about farmers out here, they just cannot help but wave back. They just like, okay. It's like pulled them out of them like their soul was like drawn out of their body. Like they didn't want to, but like, oh, that fucking city slicker. Okay, he waves back at me. I don't know. I was trying not to joke up. Let me see. Hey, guess what I got during this thing? I got my COVID results negative. I'm 3-0 for COVID tests, everybody. I have gotten COVID 0 times, and that's what I want. I'm going traveling tomorrow, so I need a COVID test. I just got it during this thing. And the good thing is, one thing I was wondering about my friends, like a lot of my old rugby friends, I've been watching them online, and they're really complaining about these, like, they don't want to be vaccinated, so they're complaining about these rapid tests they have to take. Like, I want to take these rapid tests. I'm always like, you guys have taken so many STD tests. I know you guys, how many STD tests you've taken. You got a problem with a COVID test? Like that little thing? And like I said, I'm 3-0. Like I'm 3-0 for COVID test, and I'm 1-0 for an STD test. I was like negative on it. And I want to explain, it doesn't make sense for anybody that knows me, because my wife is, I've had her, we've been together 30 years this September. That's why I'm going away. I'm going away for my 30th anniversary. So it doesn't make sense that I wouldn't trust her, basically. But I did. It wasn't her. I was playing football. This is the story. I was playing football. I was on the kickoff. I was 22, and I hit this guy. He tried to chop my legs, and I came across his face super hard, and I gave myself a stinger. If you guys know what that is, where your arm goes numb, and I came out the field kind of shaking my arm, like, oh, that hurt. Like I looked down, and my arm has got a massive cut on myself. I'm like, blood is everywhere. It's like disgusting. So I get off, like, I take my helmet off, and you know, you got a little small paper cut, you just go like this, like you don't really wipe. So that's what I did with my arm, and I was like, and it turned out it wasn't even my blood. I didn't have a cut at all. I just flicked up somebody else's blood, and it haunted me. It haunted me for 3 months, and forced me. It forced me into an AIDS test. That's what I had to take, and thank goodness I was negative. So I just revealed that to my wife. I kept it silent for 20 years. Anyways,
Happy anniversary! Sorry.
I came home to a quiet house recently. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I gave her a good surprise. I started laughing. I came home to a quiet house recently. It was awesome. Like, I never really. My house is packed. I'm one of 10. I have 9 siblings. Okay, I grew up with a loud house. My house here is loud. I got dogs. I got kids. I got 3 kids. And they're busy. But they went out. I got home and nobody's home. They even took my dogs out. Took my dogs out for a walk. I came home to utter silence. It was just like, I just sat there on my couch and I cracked a beer by myself. I just sat there and thought, man, the only thing better than this is like suicide. That's what I thought, because it's like, that's the quietest thing possible is suicide, right? That just ends all the noises. So, but that house is like almost there, right? Anyways, but don't worry about me. I'm not going to commit suicide at any point because I live through spite. I have some graves to dance on in my time. I'm getting fit now. I'm losing weight to dance on some graves. Okay, well, I kind of went sideways on that one. But here's one last joke. I also had a friend die, and I wrote down the joke that I made for him. His name is Joe Ben. Anyways, I didn't know much about Joe. I didn't know a terrible lot of him. But from what I do know is that he is now dead. So there you go. That was my Joe Ben joke. Thank you. A round of applause for me, everybody. That makes me feel better to write dumb jokes. So, okay, Ryan, you're right beside me. What do you think? Where's my
pen? You're from Chilliwack?
Yeah.
Which is, of course, named after your 2 favorite pastimes, smoking weed and drinking.
Yeah.
You're a much more mellow town than your neighboring one, Stress Jerk. You said that you drank some blood.
Yeah. Someone's blood.
Yeah, the good thing is there was no side effects, but you live in the Pacific Northwest, so you don't even know you guys are all fucking vampires. And then when you came home and it was really silent and you cracked a beer and you thought to yourself, I should really kill my family. This is great.
This is so much better than having.
I just watched The Shining and I was like, I get it. I get it. He just wanted to drink a beer in silence.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Thank you. Jeremy, what do you think, Jeremy?
I don't know. Were you forced to seek out blood for the rest of the school year? Like you had found this addiction? Yeah. I don't know. And then if I was, there's no mention of something's happening in your house. I should check on my family. Maybe everybody's upstairs in bed. His first thought was just, I'm going to crack a beer and relax. This is going to be nice.
Yeah.
I'll relax for a little while and then I'll become worried and go look for my family. But not right now. I'm just going to enjoy it.
Yeah. I watched Swamp People or Alone or something like that. One of those shows. I just sat and watched some History Channel by myself with no interruptions. No pausing. I'm telling you, it was fucking great. And but anyways, I appreciate it. The input. Did you have any more? Sorry.
No, that's it.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. Katie, what do you think?
It was a lot of funny stuff. The STD stuff, I can just see, you say to your buddies, you got your fucking dick scraped for an STD test, but you're like scared to do a freaking nasal swab. You know what I mean? Like, which
Yeah.
one's worse?
Get more
Yeah.
specific.
Yes. Yes.
Like with my, I've done 2 COVID tests, and I haven't left my house for like at least 2 months or so. So like, and I've done both COVID tests in the last like month, and I'm like, we didn't leave our house. Why are you testing us a second time? But they never even told me my results from the first time, so I just assumed that I passed, and I wasn't going outside anyway, so I didn't need to know that I passed. Nobody ever told me.
No news
I
is
mean,
good news.
They speak in Vietnamese, so maybe they did tell me.
Yeah. No news is good news, except if you're the search party for Keller's family.
Oh, I almost pulled it off. Maybe lean back. It's good. We got some stuff here. Here's Jim. Good set, Keller. He gave me some tags. He did a Chilliwack version of that same joke. Actually, there's a couple of Chilliwack guys that do that joke. So
Can we see some of them?
Here it is.
Let's see
Here.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Same
Yeah.
joke.
Chilliwack. So there's a couple of Chilliwack comedians that actually use that joke locally here. I try not to do it, but it is pretty obvious and fun. So,
Well, you know, after
STD
you
story.
kill your family, you could go and kill those other comedians as well. I mean, probably get pretty good at it at a point.
Yeah, but how are you talking about stress jerk?
I like stress
That's
jerk. I'm
the
gonna use
tag.
that
That's
somehow.
the tag.
Yeah,
That's what makes
it is pretty funny because I'll have to explain it. That's a good joke in Vancouver. Chilliwack people will be like this. What's he talking about? Then I'll just wave at them and they'll all be fine. Anyways, I appreciate the input, everybody.
The Amish,
another
we have Amish people. Amish people
we have-
were a little weird.
We have Mennonite Dutch people out here that are very conservative and very,
I'm
it's all
gonna,
fun.
Just in lieu of that, I'm going to do an Amish Mennonite joke.
Okay, good. Okay, well, let's give another
I got
round
a
of applause
dip-
for me, everybody. I think I did good.
All right.
Round of applause
good
for me,
job.
everybody. Yeah. Okay, this next comedian is absolutely hilarious. You've seen him all over the internet. You probably don't remember why you've seen him, but he's been there. Put your hands together for Ryan Sim, everybody.
Yeah. My doctor even saw me. I have a show called Chowing Down, Jeremy, and I just eat food, and I have IBS like you. So I tell them the episodes take an hour to film and 20 hours to get out of my system. I actually walked into my doctor's office. This is a true story, and he just was like looking like someone died. I was like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I've seen Chowing Down. We need to talk about your diet." And I was just like, "But did you like it?" And he was like, I giggled. I did get diagnosed with IBS. I don't know if everyone here on the internet knows what it is, but we obviously know it stands for icky butt stuff. I don't like flying though, because I don't know about you guys, but I just need the aisle seat. Jeremy, you have long flights, but you need the aisle seat too, right?
I like it. Yeah, probably if it's a long flight. Yeah.
Yeah, I was flying to Japan and I had the middle seat, and I asked the woman if she could switch with me, and she's like, "No, it's not my problem." I'm like, "Lady, in 5 minutes, it's going to be this whole plane's problem. It'll be a bigger problem than COVID if we don't switch right now." I haven't gone anywhere recently though because of COVID, and everyone was going away for vacation. So my wife told me she wanted to get away, do something rustic. So I booked the cheapest cabin I could find on Airbnb. I had no idea till I got there that it was an Amish Mennonite cabin. And I could get away with the no electricity, no internet, but the outhouse was a serious problem. Okay. You should have seen the look they gave me in the morning when I told them I clogged their toilet. But in my defense, if they want to have guests over, that thing was only 6 feet deep. They got to do better, I really did like spending time with them, though. You know, it's kind of like the simple life. But I guess they book through their son, who's like, you know, he's not like old school, and he told him that I was a comedian, and he goes, "Tell me a joke," and the guy's got the beard and the hat. His name's Jacob, and I'm like, "All right, Jacob, knock knock," you know, and he just looks at me and goes, "I'm not expecting anyone." So I said, "All right, let's do this one. Why did the chicken cross the road?" And he gets up and he runs out of the room screaming, "Now's not the time for jokes. The chickens are loose." So I didn't get through to them. But I had a good time. I think though that their place was haunted. And I now realize that my place was haunted. I don't know about Keller, where are you? BC?
Yeah.
So in Ontario and in BC, if you buy a place, they have to legally tell you if it's haunted. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
And my first question was, who's they? You know what I mean? Who's they? And my real estate agent just kind of leans in and goes, you know, the ghosts. And then he walks through a wall. It was nuts. I do know that my house is haunted, though, because I work from home right now. So I have some free time. So I'll, you know, jerk off during the day. And I can hear them. And they're like, ew. Ew. I'm just joking. I actually live in quite a rough area. And my ghost is an alcoholic named Frank. He gets so drunk, he just roams the hall going, "Booze! You got to drink with him." You know, he gets so drunk, he still walks in the walls. I don't get it. I am. I know I want to get rid of the ghost though, before my son gets into the teens, because I don't want to have to walk by and see his door closed and hear the ghosts going, "Ooh." Having a son, you'd be shocked at how many people asked me personal questions. You know, they're going to say, "What are you going to name him? When are you going to get married?" And I'm like, "What are you, her?" But what they always ask is, "Did you get him circumcised?" And when it comes to that question, I just say, "Cut it out," right? But we have an election. We have an election right now, Jeremy. I don't know if you know that, in Canada. And people are also asking everyone who they're going to vote for. So I respond the same way. If someone asks you who you're voting for, Keller, treat it the same way when someone asks me if my son's circumcised. It's none of your business what dickhead I prefer. Okay? All right. Those are the jokes to work on.
Yeah. I have to right away say this. Bloody Fart 11. It's the twin sister of Smelly, whatever it was. Smelly Farton.
Smelly Farton.
Yeah. Bloody Fart is here. Yeah. He wants to know if you are circumcised. You don't have to answer.
I am.
Yeah. I had a joke earlier about I forgot to say tonight. I was debating on even forgetting about it, but my joke was if like, because you know, I've seen some porn and seeing somebody like peel back like a uncircumcised penis looks like a hobo drinking booze out of a paper bag. That was the joke. I was thinking about you. Remind me of it there, Ryan. So. Anyways, how about we go? Jeremy, what do you think of Ryan, first off?
I like the Mennonites jokes. It's a good thing you were at the Mennonites place with your wife, because, I mean, you don't want to bring your mistress there because you got to do missionary sex. Yeah, never mind. I was trying to put everything together, but like something like you could only have missionary sex with your wife when you were visiting the Mennonites place.
Yeah, well, when Mennonites go on vacation, they can only do missionary sex. Yeah.
And I also I also felt very offended for directing this whole thing at me. Hey, Jeremy, you know we're voting for a new whatever. Hey, Jeremy, you got IBS just like me. Oh, that's good. Hey, Jeremy, you take long flights. Like everything was directed at me. I'm gonna
Well, because
report you to the
you're an
Canadian
American
comedy.
and you're in Vietnam, and all these other Canucks, they know there's an election, but you don't. So I was just making sure you weren't left out.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I feel okay. I'm sorry.
And
See,
I figured
I'm Canadian
out of
already.
everyone here, you'd be the one taking long flights to come back home and visit family because you're in Ho Chi Minh City.
No, I'm not coming back. It's too far.
See, that's a long flight, especially with IBS.
Wow, Katie, what do you think?
IBS, I think it could also stand for I be shitting. I like the ghost real estate agent. I think he needs a slogan though, and I was trying to think of a slogan and I couldn't think of one. Something about being see-through, he's reliable because you can see right through him, or I don't know. But he needs a slogan. That's all I know. He needs a slogan. And when you said "cut it out," I just reminded. What was that like at the show? That cut it out. What was it? What was that on?
Full House.
Cut it. Wait,
Was
no,
it?
It was
Uncle
Okay.
Joey on Full House.
Oh, right.
It was
Yeah, that's
Dave
all.
Coulier. And did you guys know that Dave Coulier is the reason Alanis Morissette wrote 1995's "You Oughta
Yeah,
Know"?
der. Welcome to 1996.
95.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Welcome to 1996. Everyone found out 96.
Here we are. Ryan's learning it in 2021, and we're all reliving.
How old were you in 96, Ryan? I was only 17, so you had to have been what, like 9?
Isn't it ironic?
I don't think. Can we do it? It's like rain.
We all
On your wedding day.
It's
Yeah.
a free
The free advice that you just didn't take.
See, Jeremy, I was worried that all of us Canadians had inside jokes, but I realized the way to unify everyone is to sing one of our 3 prophets.
Say fucking Nickelback. Say Nickelback right now, and I will fucking murder your face.
We've got Alanis Morissette. We've got Celine Dion. And Nickelback.
I don't know any Celine Dion.
Oh, I knew it.
You know
Couldn't
what?
be the Tragically Hip. It's fucking Nickelback. Always.
And there
with you.
was the only I don't know any Nickelback, but the last thing that I remember.
Thank you.
I went into this bathroom, and then like this dude comes up, and he's like standing in the
Okay,
tea.
stop. This is like that same story with your mom.
Yeah, no, seriously. That's a time traveling story, though.
So what
No,
happened?
I'm not telling it now. You ruined it. You fucking ruined it.
Hey, I got one big question for you, Ryan. When you clogged that 6 foot deep outhouse, how big was the plunger they brought? Was it like this long pole? It took 2 people to walk it in? Because 6 foot plunger, I imagine, would be big. So yeah, I was stuck on that for at least half your set thinking about it. So. Yeah.
I just imagined that I like overflowed it like a high school volcano.
Yeah. Oh man.
They came to like deodorize it with some baking soda, and it just started fizzing up like a ball.
Yeah.
This has gone sideways.
Jeremy, can you please tell me what happened in the bathroom that has Canadian or Nickelback? What happened?
So the guy says, "Man, somebody really hates Nickelback," because on the wall it said Nickelback sucks. And then I was like, "Doesn't everybody hate Nickelback?" And he's like, "No, dude, I love Nickelback." And that was the whole conversation. And I'm like, "Okay, why did you just make a conversation with?"
And then I deleted that hookup.
It'd be funny if the guy was like trying to clean it. I'm gonna bring in some paint, and he's like erasing the Nickelback. That's how much he loved it. He was like getting rid of graffiti
He's bringing in
around
some
town.
supplies. Hey
Yeah.
man, look what I snuck in. I brought this with me. This will help us clean this shit off.
I was in Amsterdam. We were high on brownies, and we were just sitting by the river. And this Dutch guy with broken English was like, "You guys American?" We're like, "Canadian." He goes, "Canadian?" And he had like a scooter, and he just cranks up what he was playing, and it was Photographed by Nickelback, like the worst. And I was like,
Who
No,
would have thought it figures?
okay, we're American. I lied.
Fuck.
I kept trying to write things down as you're going, but nothing was. You kept having better punchlines than I can write, so I don't like telling people better than me what to do. So give them, because I can't give you anything better than what you're putting down there, right? It's pretty good. So, yeah, I don't know. The ghost thing, that'll be tough. So that'll be fun to write that thing. I do like the salesman, the pitch, and everything.
Well,
I do
I've
like
been
the
playing with the. I want to go back to ghosts so bad, but I had this concept of millennial ghosts, but it's been done before.
Oh,
But I still think there's more to do. Like Aziz Ansari has a millennial ghost, but I was like, what would be like? What would be like a really millennial ghost thing? Like you're not paying attention to him, and he just wants to go upstairs, and he wishes he was never unborn. I wish I was never unborn. You know.
Yeah. He's up there playing his Xbox or something, right?
Yeah. All right. Thanks,
Oh.
guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ryan. Another round of applause for him. Good job. I feel like we're getting tired. Okay, this last comedian, everybody. Is that background from me?
I think so, but
I heard a sound. I'm hearing shit back to me, man. I'm going through some trifles. Okay. This next comedian, it's all the way across the world. Put your hands over the great and talented Jeremy, everybody.
great and talented. I'm from the South in Louisiana. In Louisiana, people think the theory of relativity is just trying to explain your family tree. And I don't think you guys understand the gravity of this joke. Is that my cousin? Is that my uncle? Is it okay to have sex with my cousin? Sex education for white trash, guys. Thanks. So I live in Vietnam, and we're kind of on like a lockdown. I recently learned that the U.S. consulate here is actually a McDonald's. The McConsulate, if you want to get technical about it. But they're closed during the pandemic. But I got a coupon for a free Big Mac. So that's a hamburger for you guys in Canada. The Army is delivering food to people in the quarantined area. So I contact them for some veggies. But what I got looks like weeds and smokes like trash. So we're not getting our veggies. That's a lie. People are having a hard time getting eggs. It seems all the chickens have crossed the border and went to Cambodia. So it's weird because there's people that can't get food, but then there's a lady that lives in my building that's on lockdown that gets 40 kilos of vegetables that she's selling into people in the building. The Army's not getting food to places, but this little old lady brings double her weight in vegetables to her house every day. I can see you guys are really enjoying this, so I'll provide a link to my podcast after the show so you can not listen to me at home. So as a comedian, I pride myself on the haha faces, on Facebook. So I recently made a comment. This girl was wanting to buy a fan before lockdown, and I did the hack comment, hey, check OnlyFans, they're having a clearance sale. And I get 46 haha faces on this comment, and then some dude responds, not for long. They're removing the pornography, dude. And then I had to explain to him what a clearance sale was. So that was wasted time. Now we're up to 67 ha-ha faces. And I'm like, wow, this is a pretty good joke. I like it. And then I got the dreaded thumbs up. You know, the comedic death of any joke on Facebook when somebody just gives you that thumbs up. But then I convinced myself that dude probably owns a flip phone. So it's okay. I'm all right. I'm back on. It's a good joke. That guy had a flip phone. I got 68 ha-ha faces. So then it keeps going up, and it got up to like 98 ha-ha faces and 4 thumbs up. And there's no way there's 4 people in the world with flip phones. So that's just dumb. I want to go around and find these people and cut their thumbs off and maybe like shove them up their asses to show them how to properly use a thumb. Like a thumbs up, especially from like a comedian on a joke, is either one thing he's saying, that's a good joke, I'm only going to give you a thumbs up because I didn't write it. Or the other option is, hey, good set. I was outside smoking. So, good job there. And like this one's kind of weird. Everybody's talking about their dead friends. And I received a message. It was a group message from a dude that's been dead for 10 years. And he's tagged all of his friends and family on his Facebook. And everybody go check out his new webpage. And I want to support this guy, whatever it is, you know. And I thought it was a scam, so I didn't go to the thing. But I felt bad when all of his friends and family were just leaving the group message. Like they were ghosting a ghost. And just his luck. Maybe his account's going to go viral without him. And like that's probably what'll happen to my account. You guys know in Florida, today's actually National Hug a Crocodile Day. So make sure if you hug a crocodile, get a picture with them and submit it to win $500 in the local newspaper. All right, I'll just end with this one. My housemate got something called dengue or dungue. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's like a mosquito disease. And she says, don't worry, it's not contagious. And we live in Vietnam. We live near a river. And it seems at times the country breeds mosquitoes to export to surrounding countries. So it is contagious, all right? And I begin to feel sick and tired. I'm in pain. I'm feeling needy, so I called my ex. And this was about the beginning of COVID, so like I was maybe feeling a little delirious. Maybe that explains calling the ex. But with dengue fever, they say if you get it, if the symptoms will get worse. So if you get it a second or third time, then you could possibly lead to death. And I was a little concerned because I had sex with a ladyboy in Bangkok. So I dengue before, and now I'm a little concerned. The possibilities. But it wasn't even dengue fever. It was, so I'm thinking it's a possibility of COVID because like I slept for 3 days straight. Well, 2 days straight through. And then the last day, I think at some point in the night, the sleep came on to me, I guess. That was what I was going with. So like when I woke up, I was eating food, but it tastes different. So maybe I have COVID. So after I lost my taste, I was enjoying my girlfriend's food. She's British. Their food tastes like shit. I ate her ass for the first time when I didn't have any taste. And the last thing I did was buy that new Adele CD. So, yeah, turns out I'm selling a slightly used Adele CD if anyone's interested. Like, hello from the other side. I got my taste back. So, all right, guys, thanks.
Oh no. Did we not hear Keller? Keller, are you there? Are you trying to say something?
I'm here, yeah. I'm having some technical difficulties. I have my mind on tomorrow, everybody. That's what I have. So I was going to start actually, but yeah. Well, I guess I'll start again. The joke I did have for you is the thumbs up guy, like you're talking about that.
Yeah.
I always imagine they just have bad teeth, so they go like this. Like that's no, don't want to show their teeth, but that was the thought I had. It was dumb. Anyways, done gay before was good. I like that joke. That was pretty funny. Long to get there, but it was funny. I think that has some legs, as I would say. So, yeah, good job. So,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Go ahead.
What do you think, Katie?
The sleeping with your cousin is like which degree of cousin, right? Like your first cousin or third. It's like degrees of burns, right? Like the first degree is the worst. It's like third degree, not too bad, right? So your first cousin, like you don't want to do that, but your third degree cousin, that's not too bad. It's basically a blister, right?
Yeah, it's something that you could put a bandage on. It'll go away in a couple of days.
There you go. Yeah. The flip phone, like it's like a thumbs up. Like this place, like a flip phone is like a thumbs up. I don't know. It reminds me of these like flipping, you know. And the hug a croc, is that kiss a croc or hug a croc? Is that what it was today?
Hug a crocodile. I don't think it really is, but probably.
But it's like, okay, so the price is like $500. Like the only person to survive not getting their face eaten off wins the $500. You know what I mean? But yeah, good. That's all I had.
Cool. Yeah, I actually forgot one thing for you, Ryan. Jeremy. You were talking about what was that joke you had about the weed and the wrong weeds and it tastes like shit or whatever it was. I don't remember.
Yeah, I contacted the army to bring vegetables to our house, and what they brought looked like weeds but smelled like trash.
Smoked like trash, right? At least you're getting oregano high tonight. That's the thing I had it written down. But for that joke, anyways, I thought it'd be a funny tag. Anyways, Ryan. Ryan, I hope.
Who's got time for that? Like time as in THYME.
Sex education for white trash. It starts in grade 1. Did you mention sex education for white trash?
Yeah, I just said the theory of relativity. I think I said that's sex education for white trash.
Yeah, it's sex education for white trash starts in grade 1. Could you please elaborate on a Big Mac? I've never heard of it. So when it comes to, just in general, when it comes to the reactions comedians give on each other's Facebook posts, thumbs up means thanks for the upcoming spot. A heart emoji is that's funny, but I'm not willing to admit it. And the laugh emoji is, hey, I sent you an email. Can I have a spot?
Yeah.
That's
just the whole sucking up to people. Like guys will do the same thing with girls.
And then you could say, I think I've got COVID. My girlfriend's British, and I actually ate her food. Right. You could say the bad news is I've lost my taste buds. The good news is I can finally eat her food. British food is terrible. Or you could say, my girlfriend's food's so terrible, I got COVID and it still tastes like shit.
That's a good one in the end.
Yeah. Something about that. Also, I don't really know where you're gonna go with that, but there was a time when you said you slept for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
I thought you were just gonna say something similar, like, well, not all of the 3 days.
Say that again.
And then I don't want to get into it, but then you go to Bangkok and sleep with someone.
Oh, ladyboy.
Yeah. So you're like, I slept for 3 days straight. Well, not all of the days. Just I don't know. I thought you were gonna play on that.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say something like that. I said, well, the first night was straight, but the second night definitely came on to me. I don't know.
Okay, can anyone help me out here?
No. This is where Ryan wants me to change the subject all of a sudden.
So was Bangkok fun?
No. That part's a joke. It didn't happen in Bangkok. But Bangkok is.
That part's a joke. It didn't happen in Bangkok.
Yeah.
It was
Jim
in
likes your thing. Gun gay was a great joke. The joke was great. Here's one. He says, "A thumbs up has totally different meaning in the gay community," which Jim is a part of. He says, "Good set, Jeremy."
Thanks,
Here's
Jim.
when he said, "I slept with my first cousin. Whoops, I slept with my first cousin. 3 more to go." That was pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, here's one.
I
for
like
you
that
here, too. You never do backward cowgirl in Louisiana because you never turn your back on family. This one.
Oh,
Jim's got some fire
that's
tonight.
good.
Fire.
That's good. I like
Yeah.
those. It is.
Cool. Well,
Good.
another round of applause for Jeremy, everybody. Good job. Way to go. This has been a long one, so I'm not going to keep anybody. Ryan, we can find you in the Hamilton area, right? Oh, yeah, his screen. His Twitter at Ryan Sim Comedy. Instagram at Cedar_Sim. Is that what it says? TikTok, Ryan Sim Boy.
Don't speak, Ryan. Jeez. Way to promote yourself, man.
Yeah. And YouTube. Check him all out. Actually, he does have a great that chowing down is quite funny. You guys should all get to it. So, and Jeremy, where can we find you?
I'm just on this right here. That's my Instagram. That's Twitter. Nobody ever follows me after this anyway, so don't worry about it.
I'll follow you right now.
Yeah, we're already friends there, Ryan. I know.
Yeah, but he doesn't follow you. Katie, where can we find you next little while?
If anyone's down the Niagara area this weekend, I am at Showtime Comedy in St. Catharines on Friday. Not with Ryan because he bailed the fuck out of it. But I will be at Ryan's show next Thursday at the Galley Pump in Hamilton. So you can see me bombing for the first time ever there by a bunch of weird locals.
Oh, I thought you were meaning like you were going on chowing down.
No. Well, it may be. It may be
Yeah,
a double.
you should.
Yeah. Might be a show plus a chowing down. You never know.
That's a perfect
Chowing
one
down
for you,
some onion
you
rings.
both to do it. Chowing down. Sorry, I didn't interrupt you. My internet's bad. I was going to say that you should do a chowing down with the pot brownie together.
Yeah, chowing up. Hey, Killer, where can we find you?
Wow. Yeah, Ryan wants to know this. You can find me missing in action for a month. I'm leaving for a month. I'm going to Chicago. Then I'm going down to Phoenix. I'm going to see my brother, family, all one place. I got a month off, and I'm doing the drive. So guess what? I'm going to have no internet hardly at all. So
are you going to hit some clubs on the way and try and get some sets in?
I thought about it because I picked the location last minute, so I didn't say anything up. So I'll probably hit some open mic stuff somewhere. I don't know. I'll see. I don't really have any videos of myself, so they just got to take it on good word from me. Just telling you, don't worry, I am funny, and they'll let me on. So, which is the best way to do it. So
I'm going out to Alberta in a month, and I'm
nice.
Might be flying in on the night that Scott does his show. So he said if I get in on time, then I can be on his show. So you may see me on fucking Scott's show in another 4 weeks.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I may go to Texas.
Hey, Lockdown Boy, where are we going to see you?
Just right here in my jail
Right
cell.
here.
Playing.
Come on
crib.
Tuesday night, we're doing doggy style position, but otherwise it's just missionary.
What bunk are you on, Jeremy? The top or the bottom bunk?
My apartment,
Are you a
my
top or a
apartment is
bottom?
labeled 14.9, so D2 14.9. That's how you get to my apartment.
Yeah.
D2F?
No, D2 14.
Yeah.
Yes.
CB. Yeah, it's CB.
D2.
And on that note.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Yeah. Thank you guys all for being on the show. We had a great time. I thank Jim and thank what's his name, Bloody Fart 11 for being on the show and participating. So hey, everybody, wave goodbye. Thank you for the workshop. Ah!
Bye!